The night had a strange heaviness to it, thick, quiet, expectant. The city of Sodom glowed with lamps, music, and drunken laughter. But in Lot's home, the air was tight, heavy with something unseen. Lot paced by the door, his heart pounding. Only hours earlier, two mysterious men, angels in disguise, had come with a warning that shattered everything he knew. Gather your family. This city will be destroyed. His wife, Adira, listened from the corner of the room. Her hands trembled. Sodom may have been wicked, but it was her home. She had friends here, memories, a life. The angels moved with urgency, almost glowing as the night deepened. Take your daughters, take your wife. Now, leave this place and do not look back, not once. Adira felt her stomach twist. How could she leave so fast? Everything she owned, everything she built, gone in a single night. But there was no time to argue. The angels grabbed Lot and his family by the hands and pulled them outside as a low rumble shook the ground. The escape. The streets were strangely silent. The wind whipped dust into the air. Adira looked up at the sky. Dark clouds spiraled like ink being poured into water. The angels pointed toward the distant mountains. Run, do not stop. Do not turn back. Your life depends on it. Lot took his wife's hand firmly. Adira, trust God, please. They ran. With each step, Adira felt her heart break. She had walked these streets for years, bought bread here, laughed with neighbors, raised her daughters. Now she was running from all of it with nothing but the clothes on her back. Behind them, a strange light flickered. A low boom sounded, rolling across the ground like thunder. Adira glanced over her shoulder instinctively, but Lot squeezed her hand. Don't, he whispered, breathless. Keep your eyes forward. The city burned suddenly, the ground trembled violently. A blast of heat swept across their backs. A sound echoed behind them, part roar, part scream, as if the sky itself were splitting open. Flames erupted in the distance, lighting up the horizon with blinding gold and orange. The daughters cried out, stumbling as Lot pushed them onward. The cries of the city rose behind them, shouts, screams, chaos. But the angel's command burned in her mind. Don't look back. Adira covered her ears, trying to block out the sounds, but her heart was behind her, back in that city. She remembered the courtyard where she planted flowers, the neighbors she traded cloth with, the home she swept every morning, the meals she cooked, the jokes her friends told, the laughter, the whispers, the memories. Everything she had ever known was being erased in a single night, and she was expected to walk away without even one last look. The turning of the heart, the heat grew stronger. The sky glowed unnaturally bright. Lot pushed the girls ahead. Don't stop. Faster! Adira slowed. Her daughters were crying. Lot was praying under his breath. But Adira felt a different pull, one she couldn't shake. What if she never saw Sodom again? What if she never saw her friends' faces? What if everything she ever loved disappeared without her even acknowledging it? She took one more step, then another, then she stopped. Lot turned back, eyes wide. Adira? Keep going, keep going. But she didn't move. Her breathing shook. Tears blurred her vision. She felt torn between obedience and grief, between the future and the past. Just one look, she told herself. Just one. It won't change anything. She turned. The pillar of salt in the instant her eyes landed on the burning city. A blinding white flash struck the valley. A wind hotter than fire blasted over her. Her scream never left her throat. Her body stiffened, her arms freezing at her sides. Her skin hardened, drying instantly. The moisture in her eyes crystallized. Her legs locked in place as if gripped by invisible hands. Her hair, once flowing, froze mid-motion. Her entire being transformed, grain by grain, layer by layer, until she was no longer flesh, blood, or breath. She became a pillar of salt, still cold, silent, facing the world she could not let go of. Lot fell to his knees but dared not turn around. His daughters sobbed, but the angel's warning echoed in their minds. If they looked back too, they would share her fate. So with hearts shattered, they continued walking toward the mountains, leaving behind the figure who would stand in that valley for generations as a warning. When God calls you forward, the past can cost you everything. The lesson that lives forever. Lot reached the mountains before dawn. The sky was dark again. The firestorm behind him settled into smoke. He looked at his daughters, tired, shaken, grieving, and held back his tears. They had lost everything, even their mother. But they were alive. And deep inside him, he understood what God had been teaching all along. Sometimes the path God gives you feels painful. Sometimes obedience feels like loss. But the past, no matter how familiar, cannot save you. Only God can.